what this looks like over by tree. But are they just going to creep in? It's just going to be a fast push in, and there they go. The race jumps in. Governor right there in Sylvan's face, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Meteor still on the site. He cannot quite land onto multiple after Primi.
Did get at least banned down to low HP though, but now the 3-on-4. I mean, how do you refill back in with all that space up through the vents? He's going to be able to find at least Jit Boys.
Cruz has to back out, but Buzz chases him down before it's too late. Buzz, just a little bit of a chip, but like you mentioned, Ban already very low. Governor hiding out with him. It's going to be a two-man trade. Ban should be the bait here for Governor to try to get the kill. Ban just acting like there's nobody else behind him, and now it all comes down to Governor. Izu trying to check the angle for him. It's not really planted for Governor, so it's not a great spot, and it looks like the defuse should just go through. There's the paint shells, but half already done. Governor has to go on the hunt. He has to win these duels. He's not going to be able to. Izu making sure that T1 is up 1-0.
So much pressure in the 1-on-2, 1-on-3 in fact, actually, with the Aftershock in his...
These cam timings, this time going for Arcade immediately gets deleted. He's going to back out. Still has that tripwire there. It should get spotted and cleared. He's actually just going to jump over it. So Governor clears it afterwards, and now Heaven Control fully in. Buzz, meanwhile, gets killed on the other side. He's chasing down. That's a spike down.
Repeaks a little bit just to check. I think he might have spotted out at least two. Meteor playing on the side inside of smoke as well. The Governor continuing to peek out, at least takes one down. Stacks makes it a trade.
Now Governor, he has to try to find a way out. He wants to, and he will get to safety. This is going to allow the reset, but now T1 already has a good read. They spotted one out at minimum outside of Arcade. They know that Governor is still by B, so you can leave Meteor here and start to circle about, see if there's a plant coming towards A, and that's exactly where Buzz is on the minimap.
Yeah, still marking the exits out towards drop at least. Meanwhile, the rest of the team able to play the numbers game, so taking down Governor now makes it a lot much easier. Talon, though, still at least sticking together, will be able to get the spike down.
Yeah, they do have a decent amount of utility. No more smokes, though, so once these two dissipate, that's going to be it for any masking possible for Talon. I love that T1, they're just waiting and saying, okay, it's a 4v2. Buzz is making sure that there's no wraparound through the spawn. Talon, they need to get extra picks, and look at what Izu's doing. He's just going to buy time, force him back in so that they can make sure that they group them up and take them out at the same time.
He stunned him as well.
And the chase down. Oh, Jit Boys, he's got to get traded instantly by Izu. Now a 3v1 Primi. He's pushed out. Can he isolate the 1v1s? He's got too many angles to be aware of, and it's going to only be one kill as Meteor cleans up for the bonus for T1.
T1 just being able to pick up the bonus that quick. I mean, they start off the round rather effectively, right?
Just a trade of util. You only heard one gun. It's trapped Primi. There's so much util coming after him. Meteor just traps him in. That's a rifle given over. Talon, they don't have time. Once again, they have to rush in. They have to just try to block up the site. Goes right by Governor in the 1v1. Can he find the kill? No! The Sheriff headshot from Izu in the smoke.
All of them spotted out by the Neural Theft as well, and right now just trying to hold off to the other side. The barrier mesh kind of keeping them a little bit trapped in. Ban just trying to play inside of smoke, hoping that as soon as it dissipates, he finds something.
Yeah, he's trying to fake him out with that barrier mesh. It's a double push in from Talon, but now they're both identified. There comes the stun, lands him up. No, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Cruz still pushing through from the site itself. Now they know exactly where the Talon players are. Jit Boys needs to hold through. There's a Rolling Thunder just to stay alive. It's a matter of time at this point. Crossfire is set up from Talon. T1, what's the play? The smoke comes out to try to isolate, and Sylvan gets him as he's trying to relocate. Jit Boys trapped inside. There's the orbital strike. Orbital strike traded. Defuse, half not quite done, I don't think. And is that enough time? The volley comes out as well, and Sylvan has no option but to run.
The round saved by Jit Boys in with that. Yeah, well, for now, just trying to hold out the round A main.
Stealth drone to see if there's a drop down over from Dish. Izu trying to make the jump over. Doesn't quite get the information he wants.
Okay, but right now it is a lot of intel, a lot of util being spent as well.
Yeah, but the quick wraparound from Meteor, they know for a fact that this is a site. They're already positioned to hold the spawn line. It's really a matter of timing, and there's the stun, the drop down. Two-man drop. Cruz tries to hold them through. Annihilation does lock one up. Primi has to win that, and he does. Locks up A main as well.
Continuing to hold the door as well, but here comes the swing from Buzz, now looking for the next one. Cruz just buys a little bit of time, but the salvos, he is stuck behind the little box.
Oh, you gotta be
sure
careful.
Buzz is aware.
Yeah, you gotta recognize that there's a gap there, Buzz, with a nice little jiggle. Now 3v2.
Ooh.
They isolate the fights. Now there's the double. Mega Ban cleans up one. A 1v1 with 8 HP from Governor. Boombot stacks nose. Does he hold for the half? Governor, where's the swing? He still waits. He baits him into thinking that it's the half, and then Stacks is still waiting, just with enough time to finish the defuse.
And you were absolutely right as well. I mean, look at T1. So much util still kept in their pockets, just waiting for that clear green light from Talon. Now Buzz kind of sussing things out a little bit. Starts to actually back off in towards A, but that should be the tell.
Yeah, the fake over to Sands does work, so Buzz is out of the site. That leaves the site empty, but Governor, he can't quite get the kill. The Cyber Cage getting so much value. Buzz now repositioned, and Talon has no idea. They do now, but he's just gonna spray down and shut down the gate to B site.
Completely blocked. Locked as well, the door shut in front of Talon's faces. It's just Cruz here. Has the spike on the ground, but not really within his range to pick it up. Still continuing to try to poke around to spot out at least player, maybe get a point towards his Rolling Thunder, but
keeping his eye trained on towards Arcade. Is he ready for the full push? There comes the smokes. Jitboy immediately trying to fill the site. Izu gets one, Ban trades back. Izu still with two. Primi trades back again. It's a 2 for 2, and Primi staying alive on the site. The timing for Meteor. Primi finds him. It's Cruz and Primi. The tie duo this time keeping things locked down.
Rumble something together at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they just want to focus on the north side. That's their choice. Let's just push out, clear out one side once we get contact. But the setup that Meteor has, unless you push with util, he can just stand there the entire round with full information. Can watch both Arcade and towards the push out from Dish as well. Now, the only thing is he doesn't have an exit. So when these two members buy Dish, when Governor peeks out, oh, but they're not going to. They get faked out by some of that pressure coming out from A main, and they don't ever quite push out. That gives Meteor timing to make his own move.
Meteor off towards the other side, but right now Buzz trying to hold the Peach Shells, actually catches Governor. Oh no! Swaps over onto the shorty, and Buzz continuing to go in, looking for something, anything inside of the smokes, while Talon just keeps themselves trapped inside of the defender spawn. Meteor comes in for the pinch from behind.
Yeah, I mean, they are absolutely trapped, and they're trying to go for the wraparound. Primi finds him, but now it's still a 3v4. T1 still 40 seconds. You still have Buzz over by Sands. You don't have to push this. Ban will find one kill. The call should be coming in, but there's the swing up from the ropes. Shitboys, does he have an idea of where Stacks is? Ban, he gets taken down. It's just two different 1v1s. 30 seconds on the clock. Primi, if he can get this kill, now a 2v1. You're feeling a lot better. Primi just has to hold on to the site. Stacks, some great moments last week. Got that clutch against Paper Rex. Primi, does he wait for his teammate to come up close? They're going to try to push him out. Blind side of him, he's still on the site. There's the swing from Jitboys, and Jitboys will keep Talon alive just one more time.
And that ult would be the big one. Drone to start things off and clear out towards bench.
And I see that orb go over as well. That's the showstopper. So the most you can hope for is that the ults are going to be used. Meteor, he is caught. Meanwhile, showstopper onto the site. Meteor, he has to run away. Can he stay alive? He's going to choose to fight. Nowhere else to go. He tries to get one, but immediately gets deleted. So now you've got the tree line covered and already trying to wrap around the north side as well. Talon's really trying to maximize the wraparound, but I don't know if that's going to stir them because how long it's going to take.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go in quick.
Yeah, Izu does see the boombot, so Governor knows that someone's watching Stewards as well. There's a Rolling Thunder just for extra delay. Ban now using the Annihilation, but Buzz already peeks around. There's so much pressure coming out of Sewers, they just can't quite get the wrap around. It's going to be ults for ult as the Armageddon comes out along with the Annihilation. Annihilation does not land. Ban trying to keep Sylvan en route. He's trying to keep him locked in. He knows he has him grabbed at it, but there's the able to strike with the kill. Ban gets one, but there's still so much delay. The salvos keeping them away from the spike. Ban sticks it. He needs to stay on it, but he gets pulled apart, and Izu will close things out as T1 close out the first map 13-5. There's going to be the 0 point, the Mosh, of course, to clear out Octagon on that garden section of B main. It's going to be a pinch, but it's going to be a slow one coming up from B long. It's trying to be a flood all the way through. There's the Dizzy already. The raise on to the site, but it's Talon with a great crossfire. 3 kills to Talon's name. Make that 4. Meteor left all alone, and they just flood him and make sure that Talon gets that pistol round. Big investment, but if you can make it work, it's a huge snowball, especially on bind. There's that fake smoke, and he finds Meteor, and that's a huge burden off of Talon's shoulders. It's going to be the Vice gone. No passive info to watch the flanks. One of the flashes gone as well.
Still, though, a little bit of information off of that. T1 trying to work their way in towards the A site. Smoke's in their way, though, but they're still able to blast pack all the way in. Buzz clearing out baths, and now able to get the spike down on site.
Yeah, so now you know that the operator full rotated. That's what T1 was banking on. A lot of times the operator, of course, trying to switch locations. It's going to be that push out. This time the Prowler comes through on that TP. Buzz trying to fight it. Doesn't get caught by the C's. That's huge, but he's still got a lot of angles to watch out for. There's the Cosmic Divide. Buzz, where does he choose to fight? He's just going to hold close. Trusts his teammates to hold on to the spike. Sylvan just getting out of range, but eventually gets run down. And Buzz just keeps up. Cruz tied up in the TP. He cannot help his team. Now he's back. Buzz being very busy, eventually gets taken down. Time still ticking. Talon on the defuse. There's the push in. They've got the bodyguards, and that's going to be Primi defusing to make sure. Oh, no, he's still gone. Ban defusing. I was watching it. I was like, Gecko. Of course, the first diffuser still showing up on that UI, but Ban will be 2 points away here from his throw. Trying to push through. It's going to be the operator following the Prowler as well. Risky business here from Governor, but they'll make it work.
And nothing noted. A lot of T1 players just making sure to keep away from some of these possible plays, not quite sure what it is. Meanwhile, at the same time, though, Talon with their setup, I mean, this is a really good one. Annihilation would be able to capture into anyone who's inside of bats.
There comes the Thrash as well, just trying to keep it at bay with the grab net. Love the slowdown, so it doesn't get as much information. You've already given the site, but you're holding on to backside, and you mentioned the Annihilation. We'll see if it comes through. The barrier mesh now closing off short. Jibboys pushes out of it as well. Eventually gets traded, but some delay on the route. There's the Annihilation trying to draw in. Meanwhile, Wingman finishes it. Primi ready for the pickup kill against Meteor. Some of that post plant once again gone, and the spam through from Ban. It's a good read. Primi with a nice shot onto Buzz, and now just Izu all alone. Too many members to fight, and Talon winning the round after the opponent's timeout. Now they've got other ults cycling up. It's a good jumping. I love the attempt at that bait and switch, but the operator does get dropped. T1 trying to make sure that it's not recoverable. There comes some util coming out from Cruz, and now the push out. There's the Steel Garden. They're trying to pinch on to Talon. Showstopper used. Buzz, can he get the kill? No, not quite in time. The trade comes through, but Ban is holding on to B main. There's the peek out. He gets hit by Dizzy, has to back out. Counter Dizzy himself. Finds one. Where's the cover for Meteor? He's still hiding out. The Thrash comes in. Primi now looking for that info. The Thrash hits him. Primi, does he cover for Meteor? He expects it. He spots Meteor. He wins the fight. And now Izu left all alone. Just cannot dance long enough. Talon continues to lead.
A lot of that hinged on towards Meteor.
It's mid. Coming out of hookah, coming out of A short. There's the showstopper. They already know Buzz is out. Talon just trying to keep them locked up. Silva gets two, but doesn't even matter. Because now Spike dropped, pushed away from your own territory. Meteor has to fight with 28 HP. Just one member left. Stacks, you might be good at clutches, but isolating the 1v1s, and that's a 1v2. Primi cleans it up. All right, we can all start to rotate and get ready for the retake. You even got Chip Boys to make sure that he can stay on site while Governor goes a long way around. It's a fast hit onto Garden. That's cleared up, but now you got to make sure you get onto the site in time. Trying to make sure no one spams out of the smokes. Spam's coming in through the wall as well, trying to keep T1 at bay. They're just trying to make sure that everyone from T1 is busy looking at the site while Governor makes his way all the way around. Shearwall was just tripped. Governor, he needs to get the kill. Meteor will keep their back safe. Orbital Strike's coming out, and that's going to keep Talon at bay. Sylvan holding close, a bit of a reset, a bit of a breather. Talon, not much space to work with. They gotta wait for Chip Boys. The Haunt take it out. Ban gets one kill in range. There's the Annihilation, and Sylvan, you can't hold that angle anymore. He's been tied up, and it's all down to Meteor again, but the barrier mesh on top of the Cosmic Divide. I mean, what do you even do here? You just gotta try to spam it. There's just no answer as Meteor gets stuck right in the... Serving a bit of T1's own medicine after map 1.
Definitely feels a lot better for them right now, though. Buzz trying to get ahead of it with the Judge. Blast packs in towards Bats, takes down Primi. Cruz trying to get ahead as well, in with the teleporter play.
Yeah, Cruz just gonna be stuck a little bit. So this round, finally, things are looking up for T1. The retake already very slow from Talon. Molly keeping them at bay. Governor and Chip Boys will try to see if they can get any kills from above, but look at the crossfire setup. Sylvan's gonna spot first. Meanwhile, Shearwall tripped, trying to distract him, trying to create an opening. Governor gets one kill with the nades. He's been so good with those. But do they know about Izu? Close by, they spot him, and Izu will get both, and that should be the round here for T1. Ban is good for kills, but time already running short. He needs to stick onto it. He knows there's just no chance. He's just trying to take the weapons away. He knows they're low on creds, and Buzz just says, whatever, I just want the round, and they'll each get what they want. one of these angles to drop back into the site, the retake should be in our favor. Showstopper online for Buzz. Do they use it? They're going to use it for the entry. Talon correctly emptying the site. TP immediately trying to come through. Steel Guard, and that's going to buy a lot of time for T1 here in the post plant.
Get the spike down, get yourselves into a comfortable position, just trying to be able to hold up around the drop of Hookah. But at the same time, Meteor kind of circling around back towards Fountain. Of course, they want to get Ben, back in with the rest of the team on Talon's side. Yeah, Meteor's position is going to be very important because you don't imagine he's all the way far back. Yeah, Governor's concerned about B main, but he's by Fountain, as you mentioned. He gets 2, not quite onto 3, but lots of time bought. Look at the positions of T1. You're holding close on guard, and the Thrash comes through, but you're not sticking together, so you can still cover each other's angles. Sylvan still over by Elbow as well. Trades back and forth, but eventually numbers advantage for T1, and they will be able to climb up one more round, making it 3-9 at the half. Use a grab net for one, use a seize for the other. I mean, you got grab well as well. So lots of combinations where just because you used one to take over something like showers that we see on the screen doesn't mean that you don't have any other options. Absolutely right. Look at how they're trying to break in towards Bats right now. Governor just breaking in a lot of these sidelines, forcing those crosshairs to go haywire. Meanwhile, the peaks come out, but unfortunately, T1 completely traded off. It's just Talon taking down so much space around the site.
Governor got so much information on that crazy little double hop across the truck, and that lands the grab net as well on Buzz. Nowhere to go. Buzz and Sylvan both taken out right outside of showers, and look at how far apart they are playing this. Obviously low on health as well, but they've got the util, they've got the post plant, and we'll see if they're able to combat through. Here comes the double swing. It's a nice one from Cruz. Meteor still holding by, but it's just going to be down to Stacks all alone. Half already done. He draws him out, knows where Cruz is. There's the haunt. Tries to buy more time, and there's the immediate re-swing from Cruz. It's a double swing from the other side. Now Talon with both pistols.
For now, trying to switch up the defensive setups with the sheer wall.
Oh, the arc row's already taken out as well. That's so much pressure onto A that they just can't rotate just yet. Lots of space taken on Hookah. So you see what Talon's trying to do. They're really, this is what they were so good at against G as well. So much early utility trying to be drawn out immediately before the 1 minute mark. And then they mask all information again. So T1, yeah, you have sightlines out of showers, but that's really about it. You're not quite sure because you saw hits coming on both sides of the map. Now finally the 0 point. We'll notice that there's nobody on the B side, but it's already a hit coming on to the A side. Primi trying to get close. Meteor will stay alive through the smoke.
Then continue to try to watch off in towards a short. They spot them out by the sheer wall, but Ben right off on top with the ghost. Will be able to gun down Meteor. At least though, Buzz still being able to hold down Bats, and that gives him a good pivotal position to try to break in anyone who might be trying to continue pushing through from A short. Ben just trying to back off as much as possible now, but unbeknownst to him, Izu's right behind. Will be able to check and clear against him though.
From A short, knowing that you can jump over those boxes, over that sheer wall. However, they didn't quite clear the Razor Vines, which is what really kept Governor on an island on the site for so long. This time already though, sheer wall change up from Meteor. Meanwhile, it's a hit onto that B site. There goes the Thrash all the way into backside. The chase through Governor. They know they got the hit, and that's the site opened up. Izu has to back out and yield.
So fantastic, and because of that, 4 on 5 immediately. Barrier Mash out as well, but Steel Garden trying to break on through. If they can get through that Barrier Mash fast enough, but also Talon has gotten out of that range.
And look at Cruz, meanwhile. The main force just has to buy time. He's coming around all the way on the flank. The retake's very fast. They're already on site. Cruz, you gotta get here just a little bit faster. Sonic Sensors should buy just one more turn. Primi, but he's been suppressed. The Sonic Sensors not gonna go off just yet. There's the fragment. He has to peek out. He gets taken down. Cruz, he spots one. Can he make sure he gets both? And he lines them up for map point for Talon. So as long as we can get the plant, that's our mission. Governor goes in again, this time close range. Bam there with a trade. Judge holding lamps. You've already got so much control. Sylvan wants to peek out, but doesn't find the time. Now he's just gonna hide out. He's been surrounded on the side of Meteor, gets caught by the Annihilation. That's going to be all members down. Sylvan now all alone. Meteor is simply on the UI. That's all you can hope for, and that is the map. Shows. Oh, just full mid control. Buzz opening things off with a nice clean kill against Governor. And meanwhile, Izu just going to be supporting on that Cypher, as the Des mentioned.
Primi is on the duelist now, though, so maybe looking for a way to flip things around as he continues to swing and peek out against Stacks. Oh, managing to track him midair as well. Still, though, T1 are able to flood the sights now inside of the smoke, but not quite able to deal with a double peek out with Jit Boys. And Primi now continuing to peek out. Another player down, and that's going to be just Izu left alive. Not quite able to deal with the final 3, and Talon picks up the pistol.
That read, he pushes out from mid, and now you've already cut up the map. Backup already arrived. Somebody already in that smoke on site, and now you're just trapped in. You still got Cypher util to watch that C side as well.
That is damn quick. Well, they still do have the option to possibly rotate back around if they can take down Cruz, but they don't know that. So straight into the A site they go. Gate crash towards the back. Smoke's already out, but Governor is prepared. So counter recon goes out. The site smoke inside of it as well. In with the Outlaw, but no shots found. Meteor able to slay them apart. Here comes the Judge, though, and Sylvan managing to take down Governor.
Jit Boys is a little too low. He's going to get spammed out no matter which way he peeks out. And Izu getting that kill on the flank as well.
People are starting to rotate on over to A.
They can do this because of that operator. You still have trips to make sure you delay on C, hold on to that back sight, and then you're watching mid with that operator. And now with no information, you imagine it's going to be that hit. You start to back up just in case. Fault line at the ready. That's one piece of delay. That's the decoy. And there comes the ISO ultimate. It's a duel between Governor. Meanwhile, Buzz already clears out the site. Meteor wins that duel as well, and that is side wide open. But Jit Boys tries to find a timing with it from the shadows. I love the attempt.
But traps online. He has that additional smoke from Jit Boys as well. But now the other problem is Garage is left open, and Izu is starting to note that might be able to find a way in through the C site because of this little gap. Meanwhile, the rest of the T1 team just hold up outside of A long.
But Talon does have their backs covered. Like, they're aware, okay, we left mid open, it could be a lurk onto B, but the real question is does Primi know this? Are they communicating that Primi has to watch out for the C site? Because that might be where things break down. If Primi's not watching for it, Izu, they just barely cross around each other. They have no idea. T1's not taking any chances, though, so they are wary of the fact. Oh, they're very wary of the fact. They're going to smoke it off, and then it's going to be a paranoia out. They just haven't found the op yet. They are so on top of things, and Izu closes off against the Rolling Thunder. That's going to be a shutdown. Primi knives out. Meteor gets a kill on the flank. Primi has to get so much. He lands the shot onto the spike. Gets two, ready for the third. And welcome back to the duelist roll. Primi, can he shut things down? Sees the shield. Doesn't want to greet it. Knows that it's a risk. Takes down the shield from long range. His teammate's too far away. He finds his targets, but doesn't have enough play to op out. Stays alive. 2v1. Dashes over. Trying to close the distance. Doesn't quite get it. 78. Ban. He's arrived just in time. He needs to win this duel. There's a flash. It's full. And Buzz will the way to the back of sight, but it's going to be decoy first. Again, the whole idea is let's just make sure we keep the ISO alive. Let's set everything up for him. And the Yoru, maybe now and then with the ultimate, he'll try to create some space, but otherwise he's really there for the flashes. There's the fault line to try to buy time for that Huntress Fury, but it's not quite going to land. He tags onto Buzz, and you recognize it's the Yoru. Ban takes a lot of hits, but he'll survive for now with 6 HP.
Yeah, it's so good, and great post-plant positions being held by T1 right now as well, right? Izu marking the back. You've got Meteor with a possible kill contract as well, but Ban just coming back in, takes down Buzz. So now a lot of T1 players stuck towards the site.
Yeah, T1 might have to consider pushing out, but right now, they know that they have that tripwire watching their back. They try to take a timing, but Governor's ready for it. So now the pinch comes onto the site. Izu and Meteor both getting one each. 2v3. Health solo, but Izu now trying to stay ahead of these. Meteor with a nice little jiggle, finds that 1v1. Going to go for the duel, and this gives time for Izu to just back away from the site. If they don't get the kill, Meteor's gonna come back. They're ready for it. They know that Ban is there. He's been tagged. He's low. The call has come through, and Ban lands the shot, but just not in time. Has to crash through. And you put on the mask, go through the dimensions, try to open up some more space. Primi, oh, he's been spotted. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Primi gets Meteor and miss all of that. Stacks, meanwhile, gets his 1,000 kill with the Hunter's Fury. And that's going to be a main opened up site, relatively empty as well. T1 starting to march through. Cruz, oh, if he had gotten that 1v1, maybe there was a chance. But now it might just be the round given over again.
Yeah, he was trying to get ahead of it. He was trying to fill out the site to at least hold off as much as possible, find one kill in the back off or something, even out the odds, right? But Buzz is just so ready for it. Down with that Hunter's Fury play as well, and T1 already has the round pretty much in their bags. It's a 2-on-4, but Talon's still trying. A cage in front of their faces, and they're just going to make a little bit of noise.
I mean, they would love to try to get the round no matter what it takes, but look at the positions. Buzz hiding out in the smoke, making sure he's not spotted up top. JittBoys gets a cheeky kill, trying to even things, but Stacks evens it right back. Now a 1v3, surely impossible. JittBoys wants to fight them, but they eyes and say, okay, all right, you want to chase us? Let's see if we can fight. No sign just yet. Izu going to be the eyes and ears for T1.
And already such a capable flex player as well for the team. Izu on so many different roles right now, so patient towards the back lines. Meanwhile, the rest of the team backing towards the C site. Flashes out, but JittBoys manages to stall and hold them off this time. The smokes, the flashes, and pushing T1 off.
Stacks, meanwhile, going to clean up Primi, though. Governor, are they aware of the double? They're cautious, but they're marching through, and they just swing right by. Governor can't make up his mind. Buzz is going to clear the way as Sylvan jumps forward through the shadows, from the shadows onto the site, and that will be the plan on the A site.
Oh, not quite aware for Cruz, though. There's going to be the opening shot now, maybe a chance at working way across. He is still quite aware of a possible gate crash, though. Always looking out for Buzz. Buzz just creeps right around the boxes, gets the first one, but JittBoys makes it a quick trade. Now trying to hold inside of the smokes. Stacks and Izu off towards both opposite angles and trying to continue and pull that pressure away.
T1 knows that they're not quite on the spike yet, and Talon knows they had to push out. JittBoys, once again, running out of time. The camp spots him. He needs to get the kill. Can he jump forward? And he should be good in time. JittBoys will be securing a third round for Talon in the half.
Just being able...
They could retreat. You see the drone? You could clear it out. All right, they're going to set it up for it. But, I mean, you broke the cam earlier, so surely T1 is wary of Primi. He gets one. He wants to continue fighting. He wants to be the barrier. There are the knives close range. How does he stay alive amidst all of that? Still gets one, almost gets another. But Governor, meanwhile, with a great backup from long range, and Sylvan all alone with only 54 HP. 1v4, knows the Cypher is nearby, but has no clue about anybody else. And
okay, but not much found towards A main at least. Trying to get the peek outs against C long though, noting 3 players already smoking a lot of it off.
Yeah, so backside is smoked off by the defenders. Talon not quite sure because the recon had been sent out a lot earlier. But look at this lurk from JittBoys. He's waiting for it, but there's a 3-man push coming out from B as well. It's going to be a faraway shot from Ban that just forces him back in. JittBoys trying to find a timing. Meteor, meanwhile, very quick on the push in. And JittBoys just can't get that kill against Izu. And this should be a very easy flood back into the site. Spike now being transported over to A, but you just don't have numbers. A Ban has to go huge here in mid.
Yeah, might have the positioning, but it's so many targets on the other end, right? Cruz just racing across through the A site to get the spike down. And Ban trying to stay concealed enough to at least find, 1, 2, maybe 3 players to make things a little bit easier for Cruz.
And T1 was staying grouped, but now they've separated. The Ban can start to find these 1v1s. Izu is low. Oh, he's just unaware! And Izu's able to spam down on the headshots. Cruz gets one, but already chip damage. You do have a flash. You do have that fault line. Cruz, can he find the timing? He gets pinged, and that's just going to be right through the wall from Buzz. As well, outlaw in the hands of Buzz. Well, a Vandal for Meteor. They really want him to be able to fire, and also meanwhile Stingers and the Marshal, a nice headshot crisp onto Sylvan, and they push through. They don't quite spot Izu, but they stay alive, and that's the important part. Meteor comes in, the shield not quite recharging in time, and the Stingers just overflood the site, and Talon will be able to plant the spike.
All right, the unexpected force by Talon trying to mount that resurgence back into the map and quickly surrounding the site. They have the positions, they have the cage, they've picked up those weapons, and they're trying to carry them forward into future rounds. Buzz, though, still trying to find what he can with this outlaw. Pushes out and manages to take down Ban. Cruz then, though, takes down Stacks, and once again, it's all down to Buzz, who can...
That operator is still continuing now. Sure, the econ not great over on the side of T1, half armors, but if the op can still find these shots, that's all they'll need. Try to wrap up this match, 2-1 scoreline.
Oh, Buzz actually starting to push out a little bit more to find an aggressive angle, but Talon trying to create more pressure in towards B as well as Garage.
Yeah, so trying to bait them in, but they're not even going to try to bite. So 2 members still stuck in Garage waiting to see if there's a re-clear. Surely a rotate happens on a timing, and there it is. T1 starting to spread back apart, using that drone Doesn't look like it's gonna check for Ban. So Ban has a timing to try to creep back through. Oh, the dimensional drift just for the info. You love to see it because the gate crash is still available as well to get back into sight. He notes exactly how many. Notices that it's not gonna be Ban there. Now they know exactly where Ban is. The support coming in. No, Buzz actually just comes out of the ultimate and gets shut down. Ban now holds control in the middle of the map.
A little bit of an unfortunate timing for Buzz, and there it is, Ban with a swing out against Stax. That's more numbers being thinned away from the T1 forces, and Talon will be able to flood in towards the C side. It's just Sylvan here, hiding inside of the smoke, trying to find this opportunity. Primi has kind of gotten ahead of him, but Sylvan sneaks off to the other sides. Looks for the timing to find a couple of multi-kills now, 2 going back into it. There's the third! Sylvan still alive. Unfortunately, his teammate's down. Jitboy swings out the left, and that's gonna be Sylvan gunned down. Talon fights and claws back towards B, right? Trying to note if Ban is trying to get himself into that deep lurk, but right now Talon up against the eco, they're playing really conservative.
Yeah, so Talon, they go for the triple peek and then check if anyone's pushed out far into Cubby as well. Once the defensive smoke comes out, you know, okay, T1's blind on this side of the map. Now we can work the other. Now they start to pressure onto the A side, and T1 will start to have to slowly inch backwards as they go for these rotates unless they take a risk. We'll see if maybe the 2-3 members on the left side of the map start to push out on any timing.
Yeah, it's up to T1 to really adjust because we're starting to see Stax again alone on towards the A site, but okay, Buzz. Back into the off angle. Meteor to try to pull the attention away. Buzz will be able to land the shot.
And he gets out as well. Meteor, meanwhile, quickly refills the middle of the site. So that's going to be B site under control. So from the shadows being used by Jitboys, this is a very aggressive move. As if he gets taken down, that's a weapon given over. Stax now on the site. It's a clean and shot. Can he get 2? Eventually gets taken down by Governor. Spike still not planted, but it is a 2v4. Numbers not in favor of Talon from the shadows just to try to buy time. It takes him off the plant. Primi gets spotted. Doesn't quite see the headline over by the window. Now they're going to be wary if a gate crash comes down. Do they get faked out by Governor? Wants to get ahead of it. He wants to get out of the flash, but he already the half flash too good. Primi against the world. Position. Now it's going to be an all-out brawl towards that A side, but T1, they don't want to even give a chance. They are going to chase through. Thunder Fury gets 1 tag. Sylvan already chasing all the way up to A lobby, and now everybody shoved towards the left side of the map.
Would you look at that as well, Buzz instantly gate crashing to reinforce the C site. You got Izu right around the corner too. So even though Talon has kind of made the right call or read to push themselves closer towards C, nothing found just yet. And T1 are here and ready to defend.
Oh, and I love that as well. Waiting for the peek out coming in from Izu. And Sylvan up top, they just don't expect it. It's the double kill. Spike dropped. And once again, Deja Vu, 2v4. Governor and Primi against 4 members of T1, all at full health.
It is Governor and Primi though. It's a 2-on-4, but it's the 2 hardest hitting players on the side of Talon with 40 seconds to work around. They might be able to sneak into the C side to get the spike down. Can they hold off against 4 incoming players on a retake?
I mean, Primi just needs to get kills, right? Sure, you have the Hunter Shuri, but in a 2v4, you're not relying on that to secure the post plant. You notice that there's a tripwire watching that entrance. You try to clear out C main, nobody there. So Primi looking for more kills. He tries to find one. He gets taken down by Izu. Governor left all alone this time. He has to fight. He has to take it to T1. But can he find the timing? He's already been noted that he's close by, and there's the contingency, only good for 1. It's going to be their own Hunter Fury trying to find Stax. They don't get the second ping onto him. He dodges all of them. Full health, and backup has arrived. You've already pushed window as well as T1. Talon, you are trapped in A main. You will have to battle your way out of this if you want a chance to continue as that first team to Bangkok. Ban gives an opening, a little bit of breathing room for the Thai squad.
Does he expect another, though? Izu is on a bit of that lurk as well. Puts himself into position. Governor taking down Meteor. That makes things a little bit better, too. But here comes Izu, spiked down. And he's managing to get hit by the flash. So a little bit better as Jitboys comes in with that support and Primi taking down Izu as well.
Yeah, 4v2. Now things have flipped. Talon surely feeling a bit more comfortable. You've got that trip watching your back as well. You can jump over this one. So Sylvan gonna land it safely. Neither of them heard. Oh, I would be a little worried if you're a Talon fan right now, because I don't know if they quite expect it. Ban, he knows that it's a possibility. You see the pings on C main as well. Now everybody's watching the angles they need to try to secure this round.
Yeah, they have the numbers, so even though they weren't quite looking the right angles at that moment, they're still fully aware on where T1 could possibly be. Governor marking in towards Garage. Does spot out Stax, but Stax takes the fight. Up from behind, though, Ban sneaking a little bit through. Will be able to take down Stax, and there it is. Jit Boys against Sylvan. Talon will live for another round. Trying to control the map right now.
Yeah, Izu just trying to be the bait, and it works! Buzz lands the shot onto Cruz. That's the breach down! The Yoru's out! Backside still in control by T1. Back up, not quite here yet, but there's the kill contract. We'll see if Meteor can win this fight against Primi. Primi versus Meteor. Meteor wins and shuts down the Jet! T1 has filled the site, and all hope is dwindling. Jit Boy's fighting for his life, trying to fake them out, all the mind games thrown, but undercut, it's everything, and Meteor will once again prove why he has joined the T1 squad.
Meteor, just truly the extinction level event that will lead the charge for T1.